The seriousness of Coinbase was demonstrated. They are not making a joke. An alarm that costs tens of millions of dollars is certainly a matter that warrants our attention, particularly when it has such a significant effect on Shiba Inu. However, this is only the beginning. The forthcoming event will be even more significant. I am confident that you will be pleasantly astonished. However, what am I even discussing? Well, allow me to elaborate. Welcome to Dr. Crypto, your daily serving of Shiba. This is the spot for you if you're curious about anything related to Shiba. If you want to keep informed about all the latest news forecasts and stay ahead of the curve in the crypto industry, subscribe. To get more Shib news, be sure to click the like button. The news of today is a flurry of exciting developments. Consider, for example, the recent disclosure made by the crypto exchange colossus Coinbase. They have recently disclosed that they have contributed a substantial sum of $25 million to Fairshake, a major political action committee that is exclusively focused on cryptocurrency. Coinbase is preparing for a vigorous lobbying campaign in anticipation of the upcoming U.S. elections. Clearly, these elections are generating a significant amount of excitement in the cryptocurrency community. Additionally, the situation is not entirely rosy. There is a gathering tempest, particularly in light of prominent figures such as Joe Biden's criticism of cryptocurrency. His most recent veto has caused profound shockwaves within the community, prompting accusations of a crypto persecution. However, Brian Armstrong, the CEO of Coinbase, is not reserving his comments. He is emphasizing the necessity for crypto electors to take action. We will not be taken seriously by politicians until they realize that being anti-crypto is a detrimental strategy. It is time to unite in support of the pro-crypto candidates and dismiss the doubters. This is not merely a political dispute for the crypto community. It is about ensuring our position in the digital environment. Coinbase's $25 million injection, it serves as a warning that things are about to become quite captivating. Therefore, individuals, secure your seatbelts. There is going to be an abundance of excitement in the months ahead. However, this is not the primary reason for my enthusiasm today. Today, we commence with an immense revelation. Yesterday, U.S. spot Bitcoin exchange-traded funds experienced their 15th consecutive day of net inflows, resulting in a substantial increase of $105 million. This trend is of considerable importance. Yes, we have previously observed even prolonged sequences of inflows, significantly lengthier. Those inflows ceased and transitioned into outflows when individuals began experiencing excessive euphoria. If you recall, this transition occurred in April. Many believed that we would not experience any extended periods of inflows again after the inflows turned negative. However, we are currently experiencing 15 consecutive days of inflows into Bitcoin ADS. Individuals are experiencing a combination of cautious optimism and exhilaration. While some are optimistic that this trend indicates a promising future for the crypto sector, others are apprehensive as they are aware of the rapidity with which things can change. In general, there is a sense of optimism, but there is also a degree of apprehension as everyone closely monitors the potential for this trend to persist or for history to repeat itself. This will have a significant impact on Shiba Inu in the near future, and it is all due to a single small detail. We will address that at a later time. However, today also brought about another significant discovery. For the first time since December, long-term holders of Bitcoin have resumed their accumulation. Although Bitcoin ETF inflows are undoubtedly a positive development, some may contend that this is simply the entry of new traditional investors into the crypto space, and there is no reason to be unduly enthusiastic. For some, this viewpoint is logical. They perceive it as a mere diversification of their portfolios by conventional investors, rather than a genuine conviction in the transformative potential of cryptocurrencies. From this perspective, it is more about financial strategy than a genuine endorsement of the crypto movement. However, the enthusiasm is now irrefutable as the original Bitcoin holders return. In December, they were last actively accumulating. It is intriguing that this occurred at the same time as individuals were preparing for the approval of a Bitcoin ETF. These seasoned participants were occupied with the accumulation of as much Bitcoin as possible, while it was still relatively inexpensive, as this event caused major disruptions worldwide. They recognized that a Bitcoin ETF would facilitate inflows of billions of dollars. And they were correct. The price of Bitcoin was substantially influenced by the tangible billions of dollars that flowed into the cryptocurrency following the approval of the Bitcoin ETF. Therefore, it appears that these elderly whales were correct, and their strategic wager was highly profitable. And now it appears that they have returned and have resumed their accumulation. Some contend that this is due to the recent approval of the Ethereum ETF, which is expected to commence trading this month. Some argue that Bitcoin is experiencing a resurgence as a result of the 15-day inflows into the Bitcoin ETF. Both perspectives are logical. Indeed, the Ethereum ETF approval may be attracting attention and investment, while the renewed interest in Bitcoin may be indicative of a broader market awakening. Nevertheless, one fact is undeniable, irrespective of the perspective that is correct. The crypto billionaires are optimistic. Investors are closely monitoring their actions as they navigate these thrilling developments in the crypto space, as their return to accumulation implies a sense of assurance regarding the market's future trajectory. Therefore, what is actually transpiring behind the scenes? Initially, it is necessary to examine the data that is stored on the blockchain. The most recent Bitfinex Alpha report indicates that Bitcoin long-term holders have switched tactics, indicating a shift in market dynamics. Bitfinex analysts have observed that the selling pressure from these investors has diminished as a result of a pronounced increase in purchasing activity. This is a critical development. Since February, the reserves of Bitcoin on exchanges have experienced a significant decline, which has contributed to the recent price increase and may pave the way for another significant increase in value. However, you may now be wondering, why am I discussing Bitcoin? What is its relationship to the Shiba Inu? Well, as I have previously stated in my recordings, Shiba Inu are extremely sensitive to any fluctuations in Bitcoin. Nevertheless, there has been a recent increase in skepticism, and individuals are now pursuing more concrete evidence. Therefore, we proceed. Shiba Inu prices typically increase in tandem with the increase in the overall market, particularly Bitcoin. Nevertheless, Shiba Inu frequently experience substantial losses when the market experiences a downturn. This trend has persisted for the duration of the current year, particularly apparent in the latter part of April. For instance, Bitcoin's lowest price in 3 months was marked by a 15% decline from its peak of $66,000 on April 23 to a low of $56,000 on May 1. It is intriguing that the Shiba Inu mirrored this trend, experiencing a precipitous decline on April 23 and reaching a new low on May 1. This represents a substantial 23.5% decline during the same period in which Bitcoin encountered comparable downward pressure. The strong correlation between Shiba Inu and Bitcoin is underscored by the synchronized movement in price. The interconnectedness of these cryptocurrencies in the market ecosystem is exemplified by the fact that Shiba Inu frequently contract a cold when Bitcoin sneezes. Shiba Inu has exhibited a 79% correlation with Bitcoin over the past 30 days, as indicated by market data from Into the Block. This implies that the price fluctuations of Shiba Inu have closely mirrored those of Bitcoin, indicating a robust positive correlation. And while 79% may appear to be a mere number, it is actually quite significant in the realm of statistics. The price movements of Shiba Inu and Bitcoin are highly correlated, as evidenced by a correlation of 79%. In essence, there is a high probability that Shiba Inu will follow suit in a similar trajectory when Bitcoin moves up or down, approximately 79% of the time. This correlation underscores the extent to which the two cryptocurrencies are inextricably linked in terms of market behavior. And now, returning to the present Bitcoin investor fervor, there is an intriguing development. If the 15 consecutive days of inflows have not yet captivated your attention, the information I am about to disclose may have the desired effect. This year, the Bitcoin ETFs of BlackRock and Fidelity have significantly contributed to their aggregate ETF inflows. In order to provide context, Bloomberg ETF analyst Eric Balchunas has emphasized that these Bitcoin ETFs have produced 26% and 56% of the overall inflows for BlackRock and Fidelity, accordingly, citing data from intelligence. BlackRock's A-Shares Bitcoin Trust and Fidelity's Wise Origin Bitcoin Money have combined attracted $16.6 billion and $8.9 billion in inflows since their inception approximately 5 months ago, as per Foresight investor data. Furthermore, it is absurd to have Bitcoin ETFs account for 26% and 56% of their total inflows, respectively, when one considers that BlackRock currently lists 429 ETFs and Fidelity lists 70 ETFs. It demonstrates the extent of the attention and investment that these institutions are dedicating to Bitcoin, given the diverse selection of investment options they provide. Therefore, it appears that we may be on the brink of a potential bull run, not financial advice, given the renewed optimism of old Bitcoin holders who are re-entering the market and the anticipation surrounding the forthcoming U.S. presidential election. However, what is your perspective on that matter? Comment in the space provided below. I am anxious to hear your perspective.